Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby.
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's go, 30 base.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Ready to go.
Protect safety.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, Lawrence. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
You ready?
First contact at the 43-yard line. Say it.
Protein spill. Come.
55 to mine.
Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a give right side. Dobbins. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
60 outlaw.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
80 weapon. Go.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Off play action. Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Lawrence. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Golden Tate, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
Mike 55, Mike 55. Pick me up. Here we go.
First carry for James Conner. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Come on, the ball. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
General West. Go.
Back to throw. Lawrence. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Let's go. 60 or.
Check 55 to Mike. There's a party now.
And now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set. 30 base.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
Set, go.
On first down, Lawrence. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and 10 at the 20.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think a lot of people are a little bit surprised there that they ran the draw after that successful pass play previously, but the thought process had to be, maybe we can catch them rushing the passer and hit something big with the running play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Rush in. Watch the shift. Watch the
Pilot, 64, weak. Ready?
Off the play fake. Lawrence. He's got his man. This is Tate. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. and they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
It's second down. That's the end of the first.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a second down coming up. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21 and a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
And it's third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. On 1st down, Dobbins, and down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 44-yard line.
And they're going jet sweep. Here's Tate. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Off play action. Lawrence. That'll be caught by Jordan Leggett, his tight end. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. They'll run it with Hill, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justice Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot. Downfield, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Darnold. Big loss here as he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's moving.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Meanwhile, over in Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Ready?
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip it his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
At the 31-yard line.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
From the 31, Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Josh Jackson on the tackle. A gain on the play. 1st down.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. This is Samuels. And an alley to run. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Darnold completes it. It's a pickup of 6.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Here's Darnold. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
A first down throw, Darnold. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The tight end Seth DeValve, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Connor, and nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On first down, Dobbins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And a gain of 4. Gets him right to the midfield stripe.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point safely through. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
61, matchbox lights. Coming. Shoot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
Darnold a sneak, and he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Inside. 52, Mike 52. You.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Mike 55. And let's go. 80. Red 80. Check right.
Hey, Orville.
I smell fear in that offense.
on 2nd and 13. Darnold, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Even. 4th down. Even.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Darnold now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Mike, we're going to set it. Check, 55, Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Here again is McKinnon. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. From the 50, it's Darnold. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 26. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd down, McKinnon. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And that is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. He's driven.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Lawrence got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Young. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They go jet sweep. Washington with it. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On first down, Darnold. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Darnold. Screen play, McKinnon. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jerick McKinnon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. The extra point up and good. And that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. Put up.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he powers his way up past the 30.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And Tate's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Well, that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. And they will take a knee here. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Baltimore, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week.